When you think of Pokémon, one name comes to mind: Pikachu. He's the face of the franchise, the partner of Ash, the icon on lunchboxes and video games worldwide. But here's the twist. Pikachu wasn't the very first Pokémon. In fact, the world's very first Pokémon looked nothing like him. And its story might just surprise you. This is the untold story of the world's first Pokémon. The idea for Pokémon was born in Japan in the early 1990s. Satoshi Tajiri, the creator, loved collecting insects as a child. He wanted to capture that same feeling of discovery and trading in a video game. With Game Freak and Nintendo's support, Pokémon was born. But before it became a global empire, the designers needed one thing: a starting point. The very first Pokémon ever designed. So, who was it? The answer: Rhydon. This gray, armored Pokémon with a drill-like horn was the very first Pokémon ever created by Ken Sugimori, the lead illustrator. In the internal coding of Pokémon Red and Green, Rhydon is listed as number 001. Not Bulbasaur, not Pikachu. Rhydon came first. He was the prototype that defined what a Pokémon could look like. Part animal, part fantasy, strong, unique, and instantly recognizable. Even the early Pokémon statues in the first games, those little rock creatures in the gyms, were modeled after Rhydon. Pikachu didn't appear until later in development. Originally, the team designed dozens of Pokémon, dragons, bugs, birds, before Pikachu was even considered. Pikachu only rose to fame when the anime chose him as Ash's partner. Why Pikachu? Because he was small, cute, easy to animate, and appealed to both boys and girls. So while Pikachu became the mascot, Rhydon holds the crown as the very first Pokémon ever created. Even though Rhydon isn't as famous today, his fingerprints are everywhere. He shaped the design language of early Pokémon, inspired others like Nidoking and Rhyhorn, and proved the concept worked. He may not be on the posters, but without Rhydon, Pikachu might never have existed. Fans often assume Bulbasaur was first, since he's number 001 in the Pokédex. But in the developer's files, Rhydon is the true number 001. The world's first Pokémon, forgotten by casual fans, but legendary to the creators. He represents the hidden beginning of a franchise that would go on to dominate the world. So the next time someone says Pikachu was the first Pokémon, you'll know the truth. It was Rhydon who started it all. If you loved uncovering this hidden chapter of Pokémon history, subscribe to The World's First for more forgotten origins, surprising twists, and the real stories behind the icons you thought you knew. Because sometimes, the very first isn't who you think.